Hi and welcome back to my garden. Today I want to tackle this raised border. Uh, we are in full autumn mode and there's a -2 Celsius in the forecast, and I want to do some dividing, some bulb planting. I prepared some crocuses and some daffodils. Narcissus bridal crown. This is a variety that has a multi-flower um, stem. And with the crocus, the variety is called Romance. I have no experience, but I believe this is going to be a great contrast to this Loropetalum that I have here. Let me show you what I have in this border, what I want to change, and then how I decide where to put what. So I have here the Loropetalum. This is its second winter in this border. It fared quite well last winter. It's a full sun position and the drainage is really good, as this raised border does not hold much water. I liked a lot how the Carl Foester grass contrasted the Loropetalum, as it's more brown compared to this dark violet burgundy. So I got two more, and I was thinking I could just place those maybe like this. So I have like a fuller situation going on. I don't know if necessarily here feels too much like a hedge. This is a very narrow grass, so that's why I was thinking I'll make a clump. I don't even know if that's necessarily the right thing. Maybe we stitch it more like this, so it's all in a more compacted zone. I have this open area that's just empty, just because of how the Loropetalum it's shaped. This is in the witch hazel family, and the idea is with witch hazels, they tend to go in a vase shape, and you can see it's really open. It's almost like a nest. So I'm thinking I'll bring back this one over here where I have the empty spot, just to fill up some empty space, and maybe those other two in the other side. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Then here I have some perennial alliums. I think the variety is Sensation. I'm not quite sure. I have some Millennium and Sensation in this border, but I'm not quite sure which is which. I'll try to figure it out, and I'll write it in the bottom of the video. I have a little helper here. So what I've done, I have 3 clumps, and I started pulling these. Usually just go out quite easy out, but what I've noticed is I noticed if I want them to go deeper, I need a secretaries just to clean things up. Now what I was thinking is I could split and divide them and maybe move them a little bit in this direction, so I have more of a repeating form, as they feel quite compact right now. So you can see in the middle they almost split to the sides. So I think I could make at least 2 or 3 clumps out of each of these, just to spread them in my garden a little bit further. Then I brought some other stuff, place to put the debris. I got some mums. They're not supposed to be this open, but I took them like a week ago and they were much more budded up, but after a week you can see they are fully open. And I was thinking that I crave some color here, so I would like to add these to the garden. I have very good luck with the chrysanthemums with the mums in my garden, because they return for me very reliably. Then I have here some sedum. This variety is called Carl. It's first autumn here. Then over there is some rosemary. This is a echinacea. It's a double flowered echinacea that's pink. And interestingly, all the stems where the flower was are dry, while the leaves are still going strong. So you can tell which are dry and which are good foliage. So I was thinking I take to secretaires just to clean things up. Here I have a foxglove that's, I don't know, it's looking rough. It was supposed to look differently. It's full of blooms. Yeah, they are somewhat disordered. I don't know, they look disordered to me. So our new family members here. Hello, Max. Yeah. And then the rosemary, I have some petunias. I just was left with these and I just plucked them here. And here in the back I have hollyhock, which is a double flowered variety. Let me show you. That in the back is not a double flower. The idea is, as they grow super tall, I could not enjoy the flowers as I was expecting. They did have flowers like lower towards eyesight. But I dealt with a lot of rust on these leaves. The leaves don't look, I don't know, I don't like the shape of the leaves. I don't like the look of the leaves. It looks a little bit messy in my opinion. So I brought my trusted tool to take all of these out and arrange them in some other place in my garden. Maybe in a, I don't know, more naturalistic place where I want to put those. Now, this is a look from farther away. Now, let me take a few steps back just to show you the main plantings. So here I have a pampas grass and a Salix Hakuro Nishiki, the variety that has really pink new growth, but after a while they turn green, and you can see they have some variegated and speckling on the leaves. And over there I have a nice olive tree that I planted this spring. This variety, I did not take the tag off. So it's Olea Europeana Lecocino. It's coming from Italy from my understanding, and they were telling me that this variety is really hardy and takes really well to minus 15 Celsius degrees. So I'm very confident the olive tree will survive here. As you can see, it's raised in the border. So as long as they are not in a boggy soil during the winter, they should be fine. It's my first winter. Wish me luck. What can I say? During summer I had here a lot of Nicotiana. Something I've noticed is if I don't have much planting, as rain pours down, it's dirting my wall behind. So I really want to fill up with a lot of planting here. During the summer here was also a little bit of Nicotiana. What else did I have? Oh, in the spring I had ranunculus, but I took all the ranunculus out. We might find some more corms. We have some lion's mouth. It's a popular name. Anthurium, snapdragon, Anthurium, something like that. We call it lion's mouth just because if you open it like this, you can see inside like a lion's mouth. My kids absolutely adore this plant, so they have a newfound appreciation for it. This one I grew from seed, and it's like in its third or fourth blooming cycle. I cut it back at least 3 times. I cut it back, and right now it's still budded up, so I'm really happy with it. And over here there's a vitex, some calibrachoa, purple grass, and volunteer. It's a tomato that just volunteered. It's looking messy. I don't think I'm going to tackle this today. I'll leave it for another day just because I want to get the mums in the soil as soon as possible. Now the thing is, just because after I clean up all the alliums, it's gonna be quite empty here. So I was thinking I'll bring the mums, and just because I only took 2 pieces, I'm thinking I could flank the loropetalum. And what I like is that this has a burgundy color similar to the loropetalum, and then I have the orange and red similar to the little snapdragon. So I would like to keep the snapdragon where it is, and I'm thinking I could put the chrysanthemums near the loropetalum. So let's see how it's looking from farther away. I think it's gonna look nice as soon as I get rid of all the allium, dried allium. And since right there in the back is not so symmetrical, I think it can look okay. So what I was thinking is I'll arrange the big parts first, and then I'll place the bulbs in between. For me, the mums, after a very good frost, they die back to the ground. So when they die back, what I usually do next spring, sometimes I just leave them, but next spring I'll cut them where I see first buds starting to bud up. And I usually pair mums with spring bulbs, because as the leaves come into their own and they start growing, they hide away all the dead foliage from the bulbs. So I found that match to work nicely. Here I have a little bit of an allium that just broke when I was cleaning them a few days ago, and I also have a sedum that I'm thinking I'll repot someplace else. The slugs got to it, but it has a lot of new growth, right? So I'm just thinking I'll repurpose this in another place in my garden. So I'll just store it for now. Store it there for now. Now, in the meantime, let's take the little. I'm digging a big enough hole to fit the chrysanthemum. I'm trying really hard to pronounce chrysanthemum because I saw a lot of gardeners pronounce it like that. Chrysanthemum. In my native language is chrysanthema, which, because it's a Latin language, sounds very similar to chrysanthemum. Alright, and what I'll do, just because I want to match the colors, I'll put the burgundy towards the loropetalum. Or should I put it away, just to make a contrast with the loropetalum? I feel like this is darker, and then this is lighter, and then goes and fades away to yellow. If I put this like this, it's clashing too much. It is a contrast, but it's clashing too much for my eyes. So I'll place the dark purple one towards the loropetalum, just to make a nice I'll clean up a little bit from the inside. I don't disturb that much the roots at this point. I've dug the hole too deep, and the lower leaves were way like 5 centimeters under the ground, and I filled the hole back up a little bit, and now I'm just gonna refill the hole. I also brought some mulch with me, and I have some compost just because I want to raise a little bit the level of the flower bed, and yeah, we'll see how we can arrange the bulbs next, right? So I'm super happy with where this chrysanthemum got. So just for a better reference, the sedum was way here in the lower petalum, because this was much, I don't know, 10 centimeters smaller this spring when I put the sedum in. Alright, let's bring some bulbs. I don't think I mentioned anything about the lemon cypress. So this one, I had it in a pot in my home this spring, and I saw a lot of warmer zones gardeners use it in their gardens, and it says that it's hardy up to zone as low as zone 7, which for me, if I'm trying the olive tree here in this border, I think I can get away with the lemon cypress. What's absolutely adorable about it has that lemon scent. Oh my, smells so nicely. And I also like the color. These chartreuse needles, are they called needles? Mommy? So the chartreuse new growth is stunning. Yeah, I'll give it a go. It was €5. This one was €5 when I got it, and it was this tall. So it grew a bit in my home in a container, and then during the summer I just took it out. I watered it really thoroughly because it does not like to dry out. Looks to me like it's put a bunch of new growth, and looks like it's doing fine here. It's a full sun position again, same as Loropetalum. This one also is hardy as low as zone 7, which is kind of borderline for me. But just because the placement and where it is placed, I am hopeful if this Loropetalum did well, the lemon cypress will do well as well. We'll see. It's first winter. Depends. Who knows? We might get minus 20 Celsius degrees this winter, so you can never trust that the plan you make at home is going to be the same as as the one in actual reality. So I brought the mum. Now this is going to be taller. It's a narcissus that's going to be taller. It's very fragrant, very, very fragrant. I loved it. I had some forced in my home, and they're just, oh my, they're just amazing. And what's also nice is that on one single stalk, it's a bunch of flowers, like 3 or 4, even 5 flowers. So I got these from Lidl. For those from Europe, you know what Lidl is. It's like a Target, like a Walmart, like supermarket where you go buy groceries. And from time to time they bring seasonal stuff. And there's 8 bulbs. 8 bulbs were like €3, 2 or 3 euros, somewhat like that, which for me, I found them to be a steal. Now, just because these are taller, I want to put them in the back of the border. Here on the back of the package, it says it should be 10 centimeters deep. Now, just because I want to add some more soil, I don't know if I should plant them quite. Even though some people were saying that if you plant narcissus as deep as possible, you get stronger stalks and resilient plants and so on. What I will do, I will put them in clumps. So I'll put 3 here, and maybe 3 in this other direction. I don't like when bulbs are planted in a row. I just feel it's not a good look. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just don't like when I see bulbs in a row, and I see that quite often. So I've placed 6. What if I were to put some here in the loropetalum as well, just to have a little extra variety? I have 2 here because they were 8 in the package. I do have another package. I'm gonna get the second package just to have 3 as well. So here's the third one. Hope. I think it's gonna be nice. And then for the front side of the border, I have this crocus. I have absolutely no experience with it. It's called Romance. They are saying to plant it 5 centimeters apart and 5 centimeters deep. Now, just because I want to add some more soil, I'll just place them on the surface of the soil. And then I'll bring a little bit of compost to cover them up. How many were here in the package? There were 12. Now 12 crocuses were again 3 euros. And again, I'll try to just make little clumps. Hopefully these will naturalize for me. So I have 3 here, maybe 3 here. What if I were to bring some snowdrops as well? You know, I could have snowdrops and crocuses. I think that could be fun. I have a bunch of snowdrops. Let me go fetch those as well. So 1 clump, 2nd clump, 3rd clump. I don't know if I want to go in this direction as much. And again, I was telling you about how I don't like things planted in a row, so I put some more here in the back, like this. Yeah, I think it would be okay. And then I'll go bring some snowdrops. So let me show you what I found in my cupboards. I have some snowdrops, which are galanthus, the Latin name, and I have 2 varieties. These are, as you can see, doubled. These were more expensive, way more expensive, as in 35 snowdrops like these were 5 euros, while 8 galanthus like these were maybe 9 euros, if I remember correctly. 8 or 9 euros, something like that, which I found quite expensive. And then I found these, which are supposed to be super early blooming flowers. I have absolutely no experience with chionodoxa. I'd say. It says it's called rosea, starts dark and fades away to lighter colors. And I was thinking, that this would go perfectly with loropetalum. The crocuses will bring the contrast, and this will tie in with the loropetalum. I think it would look quite cool. Now, I'm debating myself whether I should put any of the snowdrops here or no. So now I have issues. I have 25 bulbs like this, so let's put these first, and depending on how much space I still have, we'll see. I don't know what to say. So the bulbs are quite tiny. They look healthy, okay. Compared to the crocus bulb. So this is the crocus bulb. It already started to sprout, and this is the chionodoxa. All right, chionodoxa. It's supposed to be planted again 5 centimeters deep, 5 centimeters apart. It's going 15 centimeters in height, while the crocuses stay smaller. Oh, all right. In that case, I should put these behind the crocuses, maybe behind the clumps I'll put 5 of these just because I have more, like so. And I have some space here. We'll see how these do. I have absolutely no experience with these. 3, 4, 5. All right. In that case, I won't put these to the front of the border, but I can put some more behind the little mum, just to make for a more naturalistic situation. The soil I brought is just regular compost. It's, I don't know, brought in a bag. You can see the difference in color from my native soil, which is super yellow, to this darker compost. What I like to do is, if I add soil and I develop an area, I like to only add soil to where I worked, because here I can add some more bulbs, but how will I know where I stopped with the bulbs if I make it everything the same? So I'll add on top of this some bark, just to keep everything moist and to prevent the soil from splashing on my wall. But again, the bark only up to here, because in this other part I can develop. I can put maybe other bulbs. Maybe I find a perennial that I like. So I like to work in clumps. I don't care that much how it looks, because it's not like I have people coming over to critique my my work. I share with you guys just because it's like a passion and a joy to work out in the garden and share it with the world. But I'm absolutely unbothered that it's finishing and stopping here. And my little friend came to visit me. Hello, who came to visit me? So I'm starting the other part, even though I think I should put some mulch now, as it's everything set up in that direction, and then come back here. I feel that's it for today. I thank you very much for joining me, for spending time with me. I really hope you had a nice time, inspiration for your garden. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.